This is the project for Unit 1, Chapter 2. This is your famous Innovator presentation. So here's the assignment page. There are 2 parts to this project that you need to complete. You need to open the directions first, and on these directions, when you make a copy, there's going to be the link at the end of that part with another link to go to part 2. So we're going to go ahead and click on that to make your copy. And you need to read through these directions carefully. It says, what is a technological innovation? So you need to read through this. You need to choose an actual innovator, not just a famous person, not a musician, not a sports star. You need to choose somebody who has created an innovation. They've invented something. Okay? So like it says right here, it says, please remember that actors, artists, businessmen, etc. are not considered technological innovators. To meet this standard, the person you pick must have invented a technology that innovated the way we do things. So that's really important that you choose a person who fits that criteria. So just follow the directions. The part 1 of the directions is going to help you set up your slides. So it's going to go slide by slide and tell you how to create a new Google Slides and how you will have your title slide, and then it's going to say, hey, now you're going to make slide 2. Follow these directions exactly. So slide 2 is going to be on, slide 1 is going to be the innovator's name. Slide 2 will be their early life. Slide 3 will be career. Slide 4 will be their famous innovation. Slide 5 will be changing the world. So for example, I might choose someone like Elon Musk, who brought out Tesla, or even talk about SpaceX, where he created SpaceX. So I could talk about Elon Musk because there's some innovations there. I could talk about Eli Whitney. I could talk about, you can choose Thomas Edison. Okay, so you need to find a technological innovator and follow these steps. So when you get to slide 5 at the very bottom, it says close these directions, but you're going to open part 2 of the directions. So you're going to click here and open part 2. When you open part 2, it'll ask you to make a copy. And then from here, so the first part was just laying out your slides, making slide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with no content. Part 2 directions are going to take you through what content you need to put in your actual presentation. So it wants you to find 2 credible websites, and it wants you to fill in all of the following, at least minimum, this information here. So follow these guidelines step by step. This tells you what to do for slide 3. Here it tells you what to do for slide 4 and what to do for slide 5. So when you've finished, then go back and add some photos. So here's some examples of what you could do for slide 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 about how to put photos in. Then when you're done adding the photos or the pictures or images, then go back and add animations and transitions to each slide. So follow step 10, step 11, keep going, 12 and 13, and then on 13 you should be finished. And then just remember that you need to click the share button and change it to anyone with a link can view. Ignore the Clark County School District stuff. It just should be anyone with a link can view. So when you're finished, then you will submit to this assignment. So again, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to actually create, you're going to go through those directions, and you're going to go to slides. I usually type in slides.google.com. I will create a blank. So this is where I will start, and start with part 1. Okay, so I went through and I just made my blank slides, and now I'm going to follow everything in part 1. When you're done with part 1, then you're going to go to part 2 and go through that to add images, all the information, the animations and transitions to your presentation. And again, at the very end, make sure you click that yellow share button. And obviously I need to, so if this was on Elon Musk, then I'd put Elon Musk. You need to have a name, and then make sure that you change this to anyone with a link, and then copy that link. And then when you come back to your assignment, you would just click Start Assignment like you've always done. You can go to text entry or website URL, or you might have the Google tab right here, and you can choose that. And for example, if we did text entry, then I would just click paste that link in, hit enter so that it becomes active, and then I can submit that assignment. Right? Make sure you pay attention to these rubric for scoring. And that's it for how to do the famous Innovator presentation.